Good evening, you're now with me, Radzi Ahmad, for TVS Nightline. Here are the headlines for tonight. A massive flood mitigation project for Kuching worth over 2 billion ringgit is set to go to tender this year. Meanwhile, Sarawak Premier Abang Johari greenlights 3 key initiatives designed to fully empower the women of Sarawak. And in world news, Mount LEWOTOBI LAKI in Indonesia erupts, sending an ash column as high as 18 kilometers above the summit. A massive flood mitigation project worth over 2 billion ringgit is set to go to tender this year as part of long-term efforts to tackle persistent flooding in Kuching. Deputy Prime Minister Datuk Sri Fadillah Yusof says the high-impact plan includes 3 major components: a barrage, a canal, and a bridge to be built across Sungai Salak.
Sebab apa yang diluluskan di bawah rancangan Malaysia ke-12 dalam rolling plan ke-5 hanya melibatkan 2 pakej. Tidak melibatkan baraj. Dan sekali ini ianya akan melibatkan baraj sekali dengan kos sampai 2 bilion ringgit. 3 pakej kerja. Jadi ini insya-Allah akan dimulakan di tender tahun ini dan projeknya akan bermula tahun depan.
Fadillah says the barrage to be built on Sungai Salak will function similarly to the existing one on the Sarawak River, designed to control saltwater inflow during king tide phenomena. Sarawak Premier Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Abang Joritun Openg has given the green light to 3 key initiatives from the Ministry of Women, Childhood and Community Wellbeing Development, all designed to fully empower women across Sarawak. He also praised the CDD Savings Program, calling it a powerful tool for introducing children to economic education early on and a meaningful step towards financial literacy from a young age.
Pertama ialah milik dengan Master of Art. Okey. Menteri Kewangan Kedua pun nyata okey juga. Contohnya menerusi Yayasan Sarawak. Yang kedua ialah dashboard. Kita proceed with dashboard. Dan women chair. Kita agree lah, kita prinsipnya dan kita ada detail.
He said this in his speech at the 2025 Sarawak Women's Day celebration held at the Sarawak State Legislative Assembly earlier today.
The Sarawak government is reinforcing its commitment to women, driving their role across all sectors of development through the D2EI policy, which stands for diversity, equality, equity and inclusivity, a core part of the state's 2030 post-COVID-19 development strategy. Sarawak Premier Abang Johari says women today are increasingly shaping the future in critical fields like economy, social development, education, technology, law, modern farming and entrepreneurship.
Sebab itu saya menyambut baik bagi pihak rakan-rakan saya dalam kabinet mengenai dengan tema tahun ini, iaitu D2EI. Dan sudah tentu dalam konteks negeri Sarawak, wanita memainkan peranan yang sangat unggul dalam semua sektor yang dimasukkan di dalam dasar PCDS 2030.
Speaking on equality and equity, Abang Johari pointed out that they are not one and the same. He stressed that true fairness means recognizing different individual capacities and offering support that matches those needs so everyone has a real chance to succeed.
Then you have to increase your capacity through learning and experience that will enrich your intellectual capacity as well as your physical capacity so that we are on the same level.
Meanwhile, the Premier paid a heartfelt tribute to women in conjunction with the 2025 Sarawak Women's Day celebration by sharing a personal memory of his late wife, Dato' Amar Jumani Tuanku Bujang, whom he described as his backbone. According to Abang Johari, his late wife was not one to offer criticism outright, but would always share her thoughts with grace, leaving a lasting impression on his life.
Isteri saya, kalau nak menegur, yang negur diam-diam. Tetapi nya akan terus memberikan pandangan.
He also recalled an incident during an official function where he unintentionally left the event early after dessert, not realizing other guests were still eating.
Dalam kereta, very small thing. Bang, lain kali jangan angkat. Lihat dulu ke kanan. Kita dah habis dessert, orang lain baru dapat dessert. Apabila kita angkat, semua orang angkat balik. Makan belum habis. You know, very, very simple thing. Lain kali katanya, lihatlah depan belakang. Kita kesian dengan orang lain.
He said that although the incident seemed small, it taught him a valuable lesson about consideration and fairness, which reflect the principles of togetherness and awareness of others' needs.
This is karakter bini saya. Dia diam-diam. Ketek dikit saja merasa. Jadi saya begitu ucap terima kasih di atas kenangan kita dengan bini saya.
Abang Johari described his late wife as firm yet loving and a source of strength throughout his involvement in the state's administration. His speech not only revealed a personal side of the Sarawak Premier, but also highlighted the crucial role women play in shaping empathy, awareness, and a balance within society.
Sarawak is calling for fully equipped integrated trauma centers to be set up in strategic locations across the state, not just in major towns, as road accidents continue to rise. Deputy Premier Dato' Amar Dr. Sim Kui Hian warns that projects like the Coastal Highway and Second Trunk Road are expected to drive up vehicle traffic, and with it, the risk of serious crashes, especially those involving traumatic brain injuries, now the most common cases needing neurosurgical care.
With the Coastal Highway getting ready, you expect to have more and more all these motor car accidents. So the Bomba has discussing with me, and so I said I will put under Malaysian Agreement 1963 that in fact we as we got more and more these Coastal Highway, Second Trunk Road, Pen Borneo, we need to have trauma centers all over Sarawak because the 800 kilometers is too long just to transfer a patient. Of course, ultimately, we need road users, everybody to do a lot more because we're to teach you, we cannot sit next to you to say you must drive carefully. You must know that the road is both a good thing and also can be a bad thing. Yeah, I mean, so you must take responsibility yourself.
When it comes to trauma care, Dr. Sim says it's not just about buildings and equipment, it takes a team. Effective response, he says, relies on coordination across multiple medical disciplines. Right now, the most advanced trauma facilities are in Kuching, with Cebu and Miri close behind. But he is raising concerns about other districts like Muka and Bintulu, questioning whether they're truly ready to handle life-threatening emergencies.
Trauma, I mean, at the moment, the most complete trauma, of course, is Kuching, then Cebu, and then Miri. But then what happened in accident in Muka? What happened in accident in Bintulu? Yeah. You know, so even though we told everybody to drive carefully, but, you know, things happen. So.
The United States' move to impose a 19% reciprocal tariff rate on Malaysian goods will not have any impact on the competitiveness of Malaysia's commodities in the global market. Plantation and Commodities Minister Dato' Sri Johari Abdul Ghani says the tariff rate remains competitive compared to other ASEAN countries, including Indonesia, which also faces the same tariff rate.
Saya dah melihat ini, yang paling penting ialah kita hampir sama dengan yang paling lower sekali, 19%. kepada negara-negara dalam ASEAN. Ya. Kalau kita tengok dalam konteks komoditi, kalau kelapa sawit, Indonesia is pengeluar terbesar nombor 1 dunia, kita nombor 2. Tapi pasal Indonesia pun kena 19%, jadi kita 19% okeylah.
Yesterday, the U.S. announced the imposition of a 19% reciprocal tariff on imports from Malaysia, effective August 1st, a reduction from the previously proposed 25%. A volcano in eastern Indonesia erupted early this morning, forcing the delay and cancellation of 24 flights at Bali's Ngurah Rai International Airport. Indonesia's National Disaster Mitigation Agency, BNPB, said Mount LEWOTOBI LAKI on Flores Island erupted at 1:05 a.m., with an ash column rising as high as 18 kilometers above the summit.
BNPB spokesperson Abdul Muhari described the ash plume as grey to black with high intensity drifting towards the southwest, west and northwest. He added that seismic equipment recorded strong shaking measuring 47.3 millimeters, lasting approximately 14 minutes. Despite remaining at the highest alert level, level 4, no evacuations have been ordered and no injuries have been reported. It marks one of Indonesia's most powerful eruptions since 2010. When Mount Merapi erupted on Java Island. The previous night, a separate eruption sent ash clouds 10 kilometers into the sky, lighting up the night with glowing lava and volcanic lightning, both eruptions occurring within 5 hours.
U.S. President Donald Trump on Friday ordered the deployment of 2 nuclear submarines in an extraordinary escalation of an online shouting match with a Russian official over Ukraine and tariffs. Trump and Russia's Security Council Deputy Chairman Dmitry Medvedev have been verbally sparring for days, but Trump abruptly took this path into the very real and rarely publicized realm of nuclear forces. On his Truth Social, Trump said based on the highly provocative statements, he had ordered 2 nuclear submarines to be positioned in the appropriate regions, just in case these foolish and inflammatory statements are more than just that. Trump did not say in his post whether he meant nuclear-powered or nuclear-armed submarines. He also did not elaborate on the exact deployment locations, which are kept secret by the U.S. military. But in a later interview, Trump said these submarines were closer to Russia. Trump's remarks came hours after Russian President Vladimir Putin said Moscow had started mass-producing its hypersonic nuclear-capable Oreshnik missile.
Oh yeah, well, we had to do that. We just have to be careful. And a threat was made, and we didn't think it was appropriate, so I have to be very careful. So I do that on the basis of safety for our people. A threat was made by a former president of Russia, and we're going to protect our people.
The nuclear saber-rattling came against the backdrop of a deadline set by Trump for Russia to take steps to ending the Ukraine war or face unspecified new sanctions. Despite the pressure from Washington, Russia's onslaught against Ukraine continues to unfold at full force. Putin on Friday said that he wants peace, but that his demands for ending the war were unchanged.
Повторю еще раз, нам нужен длительный и прочный мир на хороших базовых основаниях, которые удовлетворяли бы и Россию, и Украину, обеспечили бы безопасность обеих стран. И, наверное,
those demands include that Ukraine abandon territory and end ambitions to join NATO. Those were the updates on TVS Nightline. I am Razi Ahmad. Thank you for watching.